wanted to try something out a little bit differently than I've done in the past. I want to still film the talking head videos, but to use my own B-roll. So I'm going to be doing some of the similar type videos, but then filming a little bit more B-roll footage of my own for a couple of reasons. One is that if it's my own footage, that I don't have to worry about having it copyrighted because it's my own. And then also I can make the videos add a bit more of that, making each video a little bit more dynamic as well. It helps also when you have B-roll, if there's a part in the video that's a little bit of a lull or the pace goes a little bit down, the B-roll is a welcome distraction from that part in a video as well. So a couple things there, basically just experimenting with this, and then yeah, we'll go from there, see how it works, see how the product comes out too, by the way. The things I'm focused on is how do I build a effective writing habit. So I think it's going to turn into a weekly newsletter, but I'm actually going to start daily. There's a man by the name of Sahil Bloom who has a pretty big audience on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. LinkedIn probably being one of the biggest. Actually, I think Twitter was his first one, and then he leveraged his Twitter content into LinkedIn content. But anyways, I think he has a wiser way of saying, if you want to build a habit, instead of doing it every other day, never skip 2 days. So you can skip 1 day, but you can't skip 2, or it's not wise to skip 2. Otherwise, the habit's going to be really hard to put together. So with that being said, I started writing my own newsletter, and in the spirit of not skipping 2 days, I wanted for at least the first few to go out that I would write them in one sitting. So I wrote 3 in one sitting for 3 days in a row. I wanted to get to 4 or 5 in one day, so I might do 1 or 2 later today, but it's just a way for me to get moving on building that effective habit of writing. And I can talk a little bit later about why I'm focused on writing more so than I have in the past. I think it relates really well into making even more compelling and better videos. First heard a version of Tim Ferriss saying a version of, what's the one question that can answer the other questions? I don't have the exact words, but what's the one question that can help answer the other little questions? One question I really like is, if making content, particularly video content, if making video content was a requirement to incorporate your business today, would you still do that business? Why I really like this question is it helps you think, it helps you consider how passionate or how into this business or into this service am I? Content, it's really hard to fake that at a certain point. You really just have to have a certain level of innate interest, curiosity into your industry, into your product, and even into the way your customers live their lives. And without that, it's going to be really hard to sustain content long term if it very quickly turns into you putting on a show. So this is actually a bit of a change from how I've used to think about things. The reason why is that I used to use a lot of coaching methods that are based in acting and theater methods, and I think there is still a lot of value in that, but I find that it really only solves for like very short-term challenges or difficulties. So if you have a presentation coming up later today, you can use different theater methods to help you get ready quicker. That said, though, we're not all professionally trained actors. So I think for the long term, if your content very quickly becomes, I say show, but what I mean by show is a performative show. So entertainment, having a show, a podcast, interview series is good, but if the show itself is you playing a character that you don't really want to play, it's gonna be really hard to do content long term. So I've been thinking about a few of these different things. I think I'll probably get it into a newsletter as well. Yeah, if you want to subscribe to the newsletter, I don't have the link on me right now, but just comment below and I'll send you the link to subscribe.